The line on the left, put the wheels this side of the bus along the line, right? How's that doing there? If you drop me off, I'll go back and see you back, alright?
You must be, and this is one of the most important things to remember, you must be back here on this coach by 4:15. I think that's about all. If you just sit quietly for a couple of minutes, Mr. Wright will be back with the tickets. You don't go out of here until your ticket has been obtained. Okay, so just remain seated, please. Remember what I said this morning. Some people are not listening. Remember what I said this morning about good behaviour. I shouldn't really have to say it, and I don't expect to say it, because whenever I take Cowley pupils out, they're always extremely well, immaculately well behaved, and that's what I expect from you today. Yes, Cookie, you too.
Big rip in the middle, man. What's big rip?
Hello, Craig. It's nice to see you again. It's I think it's 5 weeks since I saw you last time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, how have you been getting on since I saw you last time?
Better.
Better?
Yeah.
Right. And you brought along some of your workbooks for me to have a look at.
Yeah.
So when was this last piece of work that you did?
About, I think it was before I went on holiday.
Before you went on holiday, yeah. And then you've got this piece of work here.
Yeah.
Right. And what did you have to do with this?
Read the questions.
Yes.
Read it all and then answer the questions.
Right. And did you have to do that in class?
Yeah.
And did you do that in class?
I did some of it, yeah, onto the second one.
And where have you written that up?
There.
So would this have taken you a full lesson?
Not really, no. It took us about half an hour, I think.
Half an hour?
Yeah.
Right. Let's have a look at one of your other books. Right, you've got your art sketch pad. And this is the last piece of work that you did, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what were you asked to do?
Draw a picture of a t-shirt and draw your habits on it.
And draw your
hobbies.
Hobbies on it, right? So what hobbies have you drawn?
A gun, and a rabbit, pellets in a gun bag.
Right, and what role does the rabbit play in this?
What a shoot.
Okay, Craig. Now, this is the design that you've been working on, and you've got your bit for the t-shirt padding to go in the middle there. I was wondering, though, your slogan that you chose, don't hunt owls. Now, I know that you go hunting yourself, so some of the others in the class were asking me how come you say don't hunt owls, but you do hunt.
Because, like, there's not that many of them, like, around this area.
So, what, you mean they're rare?
Yeah.
So, you wouldn't hunt anything that was rare?
Yeah.
But what sort of things do you hunt?
Rabbits, wood pigeons and things like that.
Pigeon. How do you feel about, when the class was saying, it was mean perhaps to hunt things?
Well, no, I just, like, I don't do it just for the fun of it. I've done it since I was about 8 and I've carried on from then.
Have you ever shot an owl?
No.
No. And will you ever shoot an owl? No.
Well, my dad was ill, and he subsequently died. And I rang Mike and I said, I just can't come in. And he announced in staff briefing. And so many staff came up to me and spoke to me or sent me cards, and I was very, very touched. I've got a lot of friends out there. You don't realise necessarily that you've got them until something like this happens. And you know, I think Cowley is a very caring school, and they've cared for me during this time.
It's an awkward job, only one tile, 2 minutes of a job, it takes about 2 hours.
On a bit. On a bit.
I was just saying, Jim, before, they should, old Montgomery used to always say, you can always tell the state of a man's mind by the state of his desk. A tidy desk is a tidy mind. Just look at that.
I insist on leaving layers and layers of paper on my desk so that people think I'm really busy. All right?
Fire it from there, go on. We're going disco in a party because it's Jim's going away, dude.
I've got
and it's your night on you.
Hang on a minute. Say farewell to the staff.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you wouldn't enjoy it, Derek.
Last thing, you know, you go to the back and it's
Hang
you.
on a minute,
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's ours.
That's on for, no, what you've got to watch him is on the karaoke. Oh, if he gets up karaoke, he lets you only 5 minutes.
Yeah. I can't dance a little bit.
To lose 2/3 of the deputies' team in one go, it could, you know, is difficult. And from the point of view of the stability of the staff and everything, you know, making a temporary internal appointment.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. If I were to look at the amount of money that a new deputy would have cost, let's just take at Spinal Point 24, including on costs, there would be something like £36,000 it would cost. Now, if I were to do something internally, I could upgrade a deputy from senior teacher, say, and perhaps 3 or 4 D allowances to temporary E allowances, and also include a standard scale teacher to take over Jim Grant's teaching commitment, and that would still fall below the 36,000 for one external person coming in. So I think there are lots of benefits of doing that, and I shall argue that with a staffing subcommittee, and hopefully that get the support of the governors on the 13th.
I got some money in my jeans and I'm really gonna spend it right. Well, I've been doing my homework all the week long, and now the house is empty and the folks are gone. Come on, everybody. Oh, well, my baby's number 1, but I'm gonna dance a 3 or 4. And the house will be shaking from the bare feet of slapping on the floor. Well, when you hear the music, you can't sit still. If your brother won't rock, you sit still. Come on, everybody. Oh, well, we really have a party, but we gotta put it going on. There'll be no more music before we go to. No more running around with the music. Who cares? Come on, everybody.
Smile for the camera.
I got married when I was 26,
26, and so 28, and certainly 29, you know, a lot of our joint friends were having young families, and
They're doing household jobs, flagging backyard, making fences, this and the other. A couple of jobs for my neighbours and stuff like that, because he's old.
Perhaps you found a patter of tiny feet.
Look at paper at job centre.
Whatever. Ring in on the usual number, please. 051
Usually get a video, become a couch
in
potato.
about an hour, and there's no need, of course, to give you a real name. And next it's carnival time. That's after the break.
Backwards. Alright. And left to right. Put your hands here. And let those hands go. Up. Again, here.
We'll be going to the Hamlet School, which is for mentally disabled, handicapped kids that can't do much dance. So what we're doing is we're teaching them dance moves. If there's a kid in wheelchairs, we'll do a lot of arm movements. Most of the kids will get quite hyperactive, so we've been told to, as soon as they've had a dance, they'll probably be going to a room where they can calm down, relax, because it'll be a bit too exciting for them. That's why we can only do one day there, because it'll make them too excited.
Well done, lads. Go on the black ball. A little
Ooh, well, I got a gal with a record machine. When it comes to rocking, she's a queen. We love to dance on Saturday night. A hold on her, I can hold her tight. But she lives on the 20th floor uptown. The elevators are broken down, so I walk 1, 2, flat 3, flat 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 8, flat more. I'm on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. 15th the floor, I'm ready to sag. To the top, I'm trying to rock. Well, she called me up on the telephone. Said, come on over, honey, I'm all alone. I said, baby, you're mighty sweet. I'm in the middle of aging feet. She just me on the floor, a couple of drinks. But I couldn't stay away, so I walked 1, 2, flat 3, flat 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 8, flat 4. I'm on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. Well, 15th the floor, I'm ready to sag.
It's the anniversary of the first Englishman to get a test wicket today.
Is it?
Yes, William...
I think we should drink to that.
Something or other.
I think we should drink to that. Sounds a good idea.
So how are things? How did you find the actual exams?
Some of them were alright, I don't know. But the French, I couldn't really say, because you can't, can you? You can't really say, oh, I've done really, really well in exams. But I found Latin quite hard as well.
Did you? I thought you were fairly confident about Latin, weren't you?
I was.
What was the difficult bit about that?
The exam paper.
Thank you.
Yeah, something like that.
The more I think about it, the worse I think I've done. So
Really?
I tend not to think about it anymore.
What, on all the subjects or just some of them? Or?
Biology and physics the most. Chemistry, I keep on going, yeah, I know that.
Well, I think you went through your chemistry paper, didn't you, afterwards, and you seem to have done really well on that.
I'm okay on that one. But,
so the question is, how bad is bad, isn't it?
I mean,
is it appallingly, grossly grade N bad, or...?
Oh no, I don't think it's grade N bad.
Alright.
Alright, take it easy on there.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'll be very careful, I'll be very careful.
All right.
Come on, Ben, hurry up. You seen Ellen win on your travels? No?
We're still missing 3. Right. Come on, my team, we're in first.
That's when we get the kick.
Cinema.
That's right. He's done very, very well.
If he could come here and just do sport all day, and for all the teachers to say, OK, Gareth, you get on with that, that's fine, he'd be as happy as Larry. He hasn't realised yet that his first year is important. I don't think it's sinking in with him. He's had too much. I think on your comment you said that he'd enjoyed his first year. You were very aware of that. Unfortunately, he's enjoyed it a wee bit too much. It hasn't sunk in yet. It really hasn't sunk in that he's here to work. He thinks the only thing he's got to work at is rugby and cricket.
Yeah.
You know, like discussing things at home with him. It's, oh, I'll get on with that sometime later.
Well, I assure you he does get homework.
Oh, we know he
Whether he
does.
does it properly is another thing.
No, he doesn't. The odd pieces of work that I've seen, you know, his book's been at home in his bag. They're very scrappy. The writing can vary to the extent where I wouldn't recognise it. Not unless I scrutinised it quite closely.
Or he's dashed something off so he can go off to do something else.
Usually sport. And the big crux is him striking the balance between his sports and his actual work.
You're nothing to worry about, and you're pleased. And your other son's coming next year, and you're looking forward to it. And I believe he's just the same as Mark. Well, that's great. And he's encouraging to lengthen his stories. The spelling, as I say, it's because he doesn't see the whole word very often. He's adapted, hasn't he?
But we explained at first, you know, with him having problems with his eyes.
Yeah.
He's really picked up.
He gets on. He's completely independent. He makes no concessions whatsoever to the fact that he can barely see. And he's very adaptable. Sometimes he'll single lesson and I'll say, well, do you need it, Mark? If I write it big, you know, can you manage? Yeah, fine.
I'm assuming you've seen him. Right, okay.
But anytime you get stuck with homework like that, stop me on the corridor anyway, you know, and ask about it. That's what we're here for. So never go away thinking, I can't do the homework, and that's it. You know, it's wrong to hand your book in after a week, because I am generous with the amount of time you've got to do it, aren't I? It's wrong to have all that time and then hand an empty book in, all right?
Rosh has an habit of leaving homework right up till the last minute.
Yeah.
Gareth Bass,
Gareth, yeah.
Rugby Mad.
Now I don't take him for English.
Sorry?
I don't take him for English, but he seems to be doing quite well. He's sport mad, isn't he?
Unfortunately.
How's his academic coming along? How's his work coming along?
Very average, some slight improvements.
Yeah.
But I'm very concerned about time off in lesson for rugby or cricket.
Yeah.
It's cricket at the moment.
Won't make any difference whatsoever. You will find the ones who go on to university, you will find the ones who make the most out of their academics, and the ones who play sport in extracurricular and who involve themselves in extracurricular activities. No problems whatsoever. If they are involved in something like that, you will invariably find that they do far, far better. So I wouldn't worry one jot. In fact, I'd be delighted, I'd be pleased, because you'll find it will help him. It will help him academically, it will help him discipline-wise, it helps him mature-wise, helps him confidence-wise. Give him a world of good.
How are you, Mrs. Stern?
Oh, fine, fine.
All right, you're settling down now in your house.
Yes.
Good. Leanne seems to be enjoying it, don't you?
Yes.
She's got settled where she wanted to be, haven't you? Oh, I'm sure you're aware that I only teach Deanne English.
Yeah.
Is there any, and I think we more or less know where we're up to there, don't we? She saw Mr. Borg the other day, didn't you? Did you think you got anything out of that interview?
Yeah, he seemed pretty hopeful. He said that he's going to do a lot of things now so that they'll be ready for Jan going into the next year. You know, like make the teachers more aware of the problem, the starters, and try and get some more resources into the school where she can more or less do the same work.
Yeah.
But at her level,
that's right.
Sort of thing.
That's right. And that's why we were really, really pleased that you'd say that you would come in and talk to us. Because unless we can identify children who need special help, we can't get the resources to give the help. You know, and the children do need extra work, extra resources, extra facilities. And I think particularly with a child like Deanne, who's very, very willing and a very, very good girl round school, sometimes the problems can be hidden, can't they, because they don't show up in poor behaviour.
I wish she'd stop talking. Hey, thank God, can she? Yeah. Hey? Oh, gosh. I keep telling her she should be in Coronation Street. She sits there in front of me and she gives me 20 to the dozen. But it's all good stuff, you know. She's doing very, very well. Very, very well. I mean, she got 54% in her examination, which was second in the class. She's come on in leaps and bounds.
Have you done that? You finished?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give it another 5 minutes and then I've got
These
one
are not a
more.
bad first year, I'm sorry.
No, I got that impression.
No, they're quite a fair first year. I think in terms of everything, I mean, I think in terms of the sport, they're competitive, they'll take part in.
Had another good win tonight at cricket as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And the good old under 14s, who we thought we were going to win everything, they've just got whitewashed out there, I think.
Not doing many harm.
Yeah. They needed to be brought
They
down.
do. They needed it with the rugby. They did. They need taking down. Okay. I'll nip off, Bob.
Okay, Rick.
See you.
Yeah. I think I'll jack in at that point.
Yes, all right.
I don't believe it.
Oh, you're making me cry here.
Björn.
Oh well.
Mum, I've got an A in French, an A in History, a B in Latin, and a B in General Studies. I've done it. I can't believe these are my results.
Right, Jackie. We're colour-coded. Red, think of danger. That's for your toilet. The blue, we use for washing the bathroom floor. And the white one, we use for sanitising your telephones.
I just want him knuckle down, get on with his work and try and make something of himself, because I just don't want him all to work. I just want him to knuckle down and do his best and get a job. But the way he's going, he's going to be a loser.
We're colour-coded. Red,